Did it record? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes.
Howdy. Our group has come together to inform our audience about the struggles and learning experiences that we have faced while being college students. The challenges that we have faced while being college students have directly affected our extracurricular activities, our jobs, our mental health, and our future careers.
Yeah, there's no doubt that being a college student comes with drastic change and struggles, but what really connected our group together is that we all understand the struggles and experiences that come with balancing studies and personal life.
For me, being a college student has brought many learning opportunities. For Stone, being a college student has affected his job. And for Jaron, being a college student has brought many leadership roles. For me personally, I'd like to inform the audience about my personal experiences of being a college student while also being a college athlete. My understanding of the struggles presented while being a college student comes from the fact that I am also an athlete. The three things that I'm going to be talking about today is time management, a balanced nutrition diet, and mental health. Time management. Time management is something that I think is very important in the real world and especially during college. At a young age, it can be hard to manage, just your everyday life. But when you get to college, it's a whole new deal. But more specifically, for me, being an athlete, I have to manage my studies, my homework with practice and lives, while also trying to fit in time for everything else, like my friends, my family. But more specifically, it gets complicated when I involve traveling. When I have to travel to other tournaments in other states, I have to make sure that I am communicating with my professors about assignments that I'm going to be missing, quizzes, and most importantly, exams. Exam is one of the most important thing that I struggled with managing when leaving for other events in other states. I had to manage when I was going to make up these exams the following week and when I had time in between each schedule, and just trying to find a healthy balance between the practice and my normal class schedule in order to get those exams done. The second thing is maintaining a balanced diet. I struggled with this especially during the first few months of my college experience. While being an athlete, I was eating dinner only because I had class all day and then I went straight into practice. And so it was kind of overwhelming to make sure that I was eating and fueling my body with the nutrients and everything that I need in order to be ready for practice and ready for the next day. It can be difficult whenever you have 6 a.m. lifts, class from around 8 to 1, and then practice from 2 to 6. So it's really important to make sure that for me that I am eating the foods that I need to make sure that my body is fueled for the rest of the day, throughout the day, and the time that I have. Thankfully, I had nutritionists available for me. We athletes have nutritionists that are there to help us and kind of give us a schedule of when we should be eating and the layout of what foods and snacks that would really fuel us if we weren't able to eat that full course meal whenever it was needed. Lastly is mental health. Mental health, I didn't really understand was serious until I got to college. My first few months were hard. I struggled. I struggled a lot. It was overwhelming balancing the workload, practice, my studies, everything like that, while also making sure I was communicating with my family, my friends, and having a personal life as well. I kind of dissociated myself from the outside world and kind of was in my own bubble and was struggling silently. And so, because of this, I was fortunate enough to have access to our sports psychologist. Us athletes have sports psychologists that are available to us to talk to whenever we need them to kind of give us guidance when we're struggling. Overall, through all the struggles that I have faced while being a college student, The resources that were available to me have helped guide me throughout my few years of being a college athlete. The mentor, psychologist, and nutritionists have been a really big help in benefiting me and my college experience. So, though my um, college life revolves around being an athlete, Stone's is much different.
Yeah. So have you ever tried to pat your head and rub your belly at the same time? Sometimes I feel as though that can be what it feels like to work a summer internship and also take summer classes at the same time. And that's exactly what I'm going through right now. So a little bit about my experience. I'm currently taking a summer internship at a church here in Houston, where I have a lot of responsibilities. They usually put a lot of tasks on the summer interns. And then at the same time, I'm also taking two summer classes. And so with that comes a lot of struggles. Um, but the main purpose for taking this internship, the reasons why I'm doing it, the main reason is for my future career. It's in a field that I would love to pursue after college. And so I'm gaining a lot of experience in that field, being mentored by people who are much smarter and more experienced than I am. Another reason is that with that experience, I hope that I can grow in my career and in my skills that are required to do this job. And then lastly, of course, is for financial reasons. It's not just for the summer, but also I'm hoping to start making money for next semester and for after I graduate as well. And then the reasons I'm taking summer classes, there's also a few reasons for that. One of the reasons, main reasons, is for the credit hours. Um, Over the past few years, I've kind of fallen behind in my credit hours here at Texas A&M, and so it's time for me to catch up where I should be. And so another reason is I just want to learn. I want to learn and grow over the summer. I think taking this class specifically, this public speaking class, will help me in my future careers where I will have to speak in front of students, in front of faculty there at the church. And then lastly, of course, the classes that I'm taking over the summer are required for graduation. And so while I hope to learn and grow, I also have to take them in some ways. So like I said, this does come with a few different struggles, the main one of which is definitely time. Time management is something that I've really struggled with and still struggle with at times. But finding time between my work hours from 9 to 5 every single day, and on Sundays to doing homework at night, it's very hard to find time. Next is the workload. Like I said, there are a lot of responsibilities that come along with this internship, and so between that workload and the workload of my classes, sometimes it can be a struggle. And then lastly is the work-life balance. Um, I love to do things like fishing and hiking and things that I can't typically do because I'm busy with school or I'm busy with work. And so finding times to do the things that I love to do is a struggle sometimes. Although those struggles happen, I found ways to overcome them. Over the summer, I've noticed a lot of growth in my time management, finding out when to do the things, how to plan out my day accordingly to get all the things I need done. And like that, I've learned to focus on the task at hand, and not procrastinate until the last moment. And finally, is my mental health. I've learned to prioritize the things that I love to do, get the things I need to do done, but also do the things that I love to do. And so, although it can be a struggle at times, I do think that over the summer I've learned to grow with these struggles. And so, while my experience has dealt with my job, Jaren's experience has opened doors to leadership roles.
Yeah. And so those leadership roles have looked very different these past couple years. But with that, coming into college, I was nowhere near a leader. I was no near what I thought a leader was, nor was I, um, nor did I think I was capable of being a leader. And I was very much a follower, a person who was happy with people telling me what to do and then doing those things. And then a couple months into college, I found out that if I wanted to have a fruitful college experience and wanted to make the most of my college experience, that was not going to be um, the way to do it. And so I quickly found out that I was needed to be a leader. And that came upon in the opportunity of becoming a leader in church, as well as a couple organizations, and what I'm part of right now, which is summer camp, and being a leader in that. I have just kind of been thrown into leadership, but with that, I've also been able to have a lot of guidance and mentorship from leaders and people above me that have shaped my perspective and helped me. Um, they've given guidance to me so that I can be the best leader that I can be. And so um, that didn't come um, right away, but it took a lot of challenges and a lot of things, whether that be in college or at camp or just other things like that, really seeing that a leader is not someone who is um, loud spoken with their words, because I'm definitely not, or someone who knows it all, because with that I also don't know it all. And so it's been a completely different shift and change and pull from who I naturally am. And that has been something that has pushed me out of my comfort zone and allowed me to grow, but also just think more of who I am and what I am as a leader and as a college student. And so, like even doing this right now, like thinking back 3 years ago, I don't think I could have ever done it and just spoke to a computer or in front of a crowd, because that was just not what I did. But through these roles and through these opportunities to be a leader and to see that a leader is one who is respected, who is trusted with their word, and that they do the right thing and they're able to um, lead others so that they can do their roles well. And so just seeing how being a leader in college has shaped my life and shaped my perspective and um, in just ways. I'm just thinking of ways right now where I am actively leading small groups in the morning, giving information to people so that they can complete jobs and have things running smoothly so that the day goes smoothly and so that things are working correctly. And with that, um, it taught me a lot of just that, yeah, your leadership and your influence comes from your actions more than your words, and just how um, our words, we can say a lot of things, but if we aren't actively living them out and actively working towards those goals and the things that we push on are push on to the people below us, then those people are not going to respect us. Those people are not going to be influenced by those. And so just seeing that, seeing how these challenges and these things in college has shaped me into, pushed me into to be a leader, one who is um, a leader in how I was never thought I was going to be a leader. But just although we have these different relationships and these different struggles, and as Haley has just being a student athlete and Stone being a person who is dealing with a job and also school at the same time, and then me being pulled in these leadership directions in school while doing school as well. We've all had different struggles, had different challenges, had different things, but we've all with the commonality of we've been brought together as college and those experiences has shaped us on how we navigate our day-to-day lives, and just how that me, Stone, and Haley have an understanding that a healthy balance and healthy understanding of these problems and these challenges and these things is a necessity in order for us to succeed and to achieve our goals. And so, with that, that is the end of our presentation.
Perfect.